the designated hitter steps in. DeShriver from the side over the head, in fact, of Teo Banks. 1-0 the count. Teo hitting .222 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Elijah Hainline flying out to open the ball game has seen his average drop to .303. The Knights have done a good job against one of the best hitters in the league. DeShriver's 1-0 fastball misses high. Ball 2, 2-0. Adam Giesland goes through the signs outside the third base coaching box for the Bellingham Bells. The Bells looking to win their 4th straight series. Neither team has, in the early portions of this ball game, having a little trouble with command. His 2-0 fastball is high for ball 3, 3-0, and he's a pitch away from 3 balls and no strikes. DeShriver to the plate, very high. Ball 4. Well, whether that warrants an early visit from Bo Kearns, and I believe it will. Here comes Bo with runners at first and second, and 1 out. Back-to-back walks issued. Cole Hage, the hitter. And Nathan DeShriver having trouble locating here in the outset of the ball game. Nathan making his 3rd start, his 4th overall appearance. And ball 4 has not been a problem heretofore, but it is such that the Knights will get some activity going in their bullpen early here in the first inning. 3 souls dispatched to the pen in the left field corner, with Bo Kearns trying to help Nathan settle into a groove. Filling up the zone is what he needs to do after retiring Hainline to open the game. Back-to-back walks. Nathan in 10 2/3 innings has allowed 5 hits, nary an earned run. 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, a record of 1-0, an ERA of 0. But that's threatened here in the top of the first against Bellingham. With Cole Hage at the plate, runners at first and second, and 1 out. DeShriver ready to go and looking to try to find the strike zone. Delivers, misses high. Ball 1, 1-0. Hage, the leading hitter for the Bells, at .448, 13 for 29, a couple of homers and 5 runs batted in. Has a chance for 1 here early. First and second, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2, 2-0. And DeShriver may not be long for the game if he's not able to locate here quickly. Already, Brook Knight recognizing that there's some trouble going on in that respect, has activity going on in the pen, and the 2-0 fastball misses for ball 3. Nathan is a pitch away from loading him up via walks. Out, so DeShriver still has an escape route. The 3-0 pitch very high for ball 4, and that would be in the bases loaded and 1 out. 3 consecutive walks for DeShriver. And yet in the opener here of this series on Friday night was a play away from getting out of the inning. An error let the inning continue, and Bellingham scored 3. Another body has been dispatched down to the Knights bullpen. So DeShriver working out of the windup with the bases loaded, the infield to double play depth. Well, this is the pitch right here. If it goes to ball 3, there's little hope. I'm just suggesting for Nathan to be able to, of Bo Kearns and Brook Knight. This is, while a visit, is also designed to buy more time for somebody in the bullpen. And it has not been an issue for him yet this year. But as Joe he meant odd. The 2-0 pitch is ball 3, 3-0. And it's just odd to figure from one day. Brook is on his way out to the mound and will make a pitching change here in the top of the first inning. On a rough day for Nathan. It will be another day for Nathan soon, but this one's over. Under the sun on this hot Sunday, DeShriver walks 3 and is a pitch away from walking away. 3 balls, no strikes, bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the first inning. An inauspicious beginning to this rubber match at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 5 Veteran Living in Lynn County. Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned.
flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
This is Mike Parker for Susan Complete Plumbing and Drain Cleaning Solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing line. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even flow.
Sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser. From hats to shoes and everything. Services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear. Now open, find success.
1240 Joe Radio.
Well, Neil Feist inherits the bases loaded and a 3-0 count, 3-1. Through all of this, Schultz runs well, so he's tough to double up. But if Feist can throw a ground ball and the Knights can turn it, it's over. The zone after 3 straight walks. Kicks and comes 3-1, though. A breaking ball grounded into left field for a base in Bellingham. Well, he got the ground ball, but it was a ground ball with eyes through the 6-hole, and a 2-run single for Gavin Schultz. And Jack Van Remortel will come to the plate. Cole Hage stopped at second on the play. Good job by Schultz to come through with a 2-run single, making the Knights pay for the freebies. Jack Van Remortel at the plate, 2-0 Bellingham from the get-go. Van Remortel stepping in at 2:58 with a homer and 7 runs batted in. Neil Feist out of the bullpen for the Knights. Kicks and comes with a breaking ball strike, and the count 0-1. Neil has been busy. This is his team-leading 7th appearance. 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 8 strikeouts, a record of 1-0, an earned run average of 2.34. The earned run average for Singer, 1-20. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball pulled foul back of third, and the count 0-2 to Jack Van Remortel. 2-0. Bellingham in front in the top of the first inning. Tough outing for Nathan DeShriver, a key element in the Knights' 2021 West Coast League Championship, and will be a big part in the summer of 22, and has pitched very well already, but just not able to locate here in the top of the first today. Feist ready, the strike 2 pitch, breaking ball pulled foul, and the count remains 0-2. Today's game presented by the Philomath Chamber of Commerce and their partner businesses, Active 911, Alerica Networks, Anytime Fitness, Applegate Door Company, Benton County Schools Credit Union, the Benton Community Foundation, Citizens Bank, Edward Jones, Helen Bennett, Hendricks Heating and Air Conditioning, Interior, Mid-Valley Dental Associates, Miller Timber, and Oregon State Credit Union. The strike 2 pitch hit off the end of the bat slowly up along first. A fair ball right on the bag. Kiko Romero fields and steps on the Schultz to second, and Willis Cresswell, the batter. Feist's job primarily just to minimize damage, and so far so good. Yes, he gave up a ground single to left, but he made a good pitch. Now he has a chance to get out of it with just the 2 on the board, with 2 on and 2 down for the right-hand hitting Willis Cresswell. 86 degrees, heading towards 94 on this Sunday afternoon in the Mid-Valley. First pitch is popped in the air. Second baseman Mason Lee calls and makes the catch. The inning is over. Nice job by Neil Feist picking up for Nathan DeShriver. The Bells do get 2, but Feist does indeed come in and minimizes the damage. 2 runs on just 1 hit, 2 left after half an inning. Bellingham 2, the Knights coming up on 1240 Joe Radio.
When are are you going to start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding? I'll do it, but not today. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I know the guys at Paloma Rental. They'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Paloma Rental.
Paloma Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Paloma Rental.
Okay.
Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. For Volkswagen repair parts or just plain advice, make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the first inning, the Knights trailing 2-0. 2 runs on just 1 hit with 3 walks, setting up Bellingham to take the early lead in this rubber game match. But it is also Reading Club Member Day. A great job for the youngsters of completing all their reading goals this past spring and thus getting, amongst other things, and this is serendipitous. The reward, of course, is itself in the reading. But meeting the goals of the reading program have yielded free tickets for a lot of youngsters here today as part of the Central Willamette Credit Union Reading Club. Our thanks to Central Willamette Credit Union for partnering with the Knights to support the Reading Club and just reading in general, the great thing. Now in the bottom of the first inning, the Knights trailing 2-0. Right-hander Austin Coleman to the plate. Out of Cal State San Bernardino, Etiwanda High School, Fontana, Jordan Villeman country. The first pitch to Jonah Advincula misses low and inside, ball 1, 1-0. Jonah followed by Spencer Scott and then Kiko Romero. Coleman works from the stretch with nobody on. Advincula hits it sharply back at first. Jack Van Remortel, shades of yesterday. Fields dives for the bag and tags it just ahead of Advincula. They had a similar encounter yesterday with Van Remortel diving to his left, racing to the bag himself. Advincula coming down the line. And unlike those that in 1947 went out of their way to spike Jackie, who was playing first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers, in this case Advincula chooses the better part and steps on the bag away from Van Remortel's dive, and the gloved hand touching the edge of the bag for the out. Good play by Van Remortel. One away, Spencer Scott takes a slider for a strike from Austin Coleman. 0-1 the count. 2-0 Bellingham. Bottom of the first inning. Austin again out of the stretch. The right-hander from Cal State San Bernardino delivers the fastball to Spencer high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Spencer starting the day at .311 with 9 runs batted in. Coleman works the third base side of the slab from the stretch. Comes back with a 1-1 pitch. Just misses. The home plate umpire, I had the count at 2-0. I believe it's now 2-1. First pitch must have been called a strike, and I didn't wait to see the right arm go up. So 2 balls and a strike to Spencer Scott. Kiko Romero on deck. Austin Coleman to the plate. That's in there for a strike. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Spencer Scott. Brooke Knight coaching down at third base, the 14th year head coach for the Knights. Ed Nags coaching at first. 2-2 to Spencer Scott. Kiko Romero on deck. 2-0 Bellingham in the bottom of the first. Austin Coleman out of the stretch. The right-hander to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 down. Kiko Romero will be the batter. Good pitch from Austin Coleman. And Kiko has brought back his beautiful walk-up music from Once Upon a Time in Mexico, the soundtrack, and I assume that Big Brother thus must have gone home. He was playing a different tune for his brother the last couple of days. Kiko takes Coleman's fastball low and inside for ball 1, 1-0. Austin Coleman getting the start and staked to a 2-run lead. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first inning, doing his job to try to keep the momentum heading in the Bells' direction. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Coleman has pitched in the summer for a team known as the Reading Colt 45s. The 1-1 pitch, a 2-hopper back of first. Van Remortel will take this one to the bag, so the inning ends as it began, with Van Remortel unassisted, and the Knights go in order. And I say that only that if we consider this to be hot, I'll just say that Austin Coleman probably doesn't if he's pitched in Reading in the summer. At the end of 1, Bellingham 2, the Knights nothing, on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of new world creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
1240 Joe Radio.
2-0 Bellingham as we move to the top of the second inning. Switch hitting Ty Saunders leads things off for the Bells against Knights right-hander Neil Feist. Ty will be followed by Daniel Jernan, and then back to the top of the order and Elijah Hainline. Neil Feist out of El Camino College delivers a change high, ball 1 to Saunders. 1 ball and no strikes the count to Ty, hitting .250 with 5 runs batted in. Feist again from the stretch with nobody on, comes to the plate and misses just outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Ty Saunders, Daniel Jernan, and then Austin Coleman, who got the start. Elijah Hainline in the hole here in the second. Feist 2-0 pitch, swung on and lifted foul off third. This will carry into the completely unoccupied upper grandstand above the Jack Riley Concourse. It's one of the few times I've ever looked down in any section of a stadium in this ballpark and not seen a soul. But that gives a couple of the in-ballpark urchins a chance to get a souvenir. The 2-1 pitch, a ground ball back of first, foul, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There is no mad rush for the baseball simply because there's nobody else out there competing for it. And the kids are looking around, kind of like an Easter egg hunt. They'll find it soon. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ty Saunders. Changeup, got him swinging. Good pitch from Neil Feist. 1 away, and Daniel Jernan will be the batter. And the kids are still looking. I know it's got to be up there somewhere. It rattled around several rows, and the youngsters continue to seek, and I certainly hope, as promised, they will find. Daniel Jernan, right-hand hitting center fielder at the plate, 2-0 Bellingham in the second. Feist delivers, and Jernan drives it to left and deep but playable. Moving over is Logan Johnstone to make the catch, 2 down. And Elijah Hainline, who flied to center field to open the game, unfortunately not a harbinger for Nathan DeShriver, returns to the plate here in the second inning with the Bells leading 2-0. Following Hainline making out to open the game, Nathan DeShriver walked 3 straight and fell behind 3-0 and was forthwith taken out of the ballgame by Brooke Knight. Neil Feist entered, and Feist has been filling up the zone, doing a nice job. He misses with the first pitch, a breaking ball to Elijah, high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs, nobody on, 2-0 Bellingham, top of the second. Feist delivers, fastball fisted into right center field for a base hit. Jonah Advincula plays it on a couple of hops. A big turn, and now slipping at first on the hot field turf is Elijah Hainline. He gets up off his haunches, quickly recovers, and gets back to the bag at first base. Elijah took an aggressive turn, which is always good to see, but for a moment I thought it might cost him in that he slipped about a third of the way to second base. He was able to get back up, recover, and now the league leader in stolen bases puts on the protective mitten, gets his lead held on by Kiko Romero. With 2 down, will almost certainly be looking to go, and he gets to go on a wild pitch down to second, so that takes the stolen base out of the equation, at least to second base, with Hainline advancing on the wild pitch. Elijah 14 for 16 in stolen bases, but is now at second with 2 down on the wild one uncorked by Neil Feist. Bellingham with a chance to pick up another run. More folks seeking the shade. There's not a lot of it in this ballpark. You've got the Omaha room providing some with the overhang of the roof, but those are reserved seats. The pitch on the way to Josh Trujillo, lifted foul to the left and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh. And the only other shade at this time of day in the ballpark is adjacent to yours truly to my left, and most of the seats under the overhang of the McGrath family press box are occupied. Now Amy Weiss is brave. She's soaking in the sun right over here with Cheryl Crow. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. A pickoff play at second. Elijah Hainline turns and gets back. Xander Darby breaking into cover. There are a couple of umbrellas popped open here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Mine is, but it's protecting the gear, the ever-precious and expensive gear. Yours truly doesn't much matter. The 1-1 pitch, down and in, ball 2, 2-1, but we can't get that gear that we're connected with on the live stream and 1240 Joe Radio to cook on this hot Sunday. So my umbrella popped over it, but I look down the stands to the right and see several umbrellas. There's one in the lower grandstand in the left field corner. The 2-1 pitch to Josh Trujillo is high. Ball 3, 3-1. 2-0 Bellingham. Josh Trujillo a long way from home from collegiate ball, but coming back to the Pacific Northwest to summer. He's from Spanaway, Washington, but he's playing his college baseball at Old Dominion. The 3-1 pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Good slider from Feist, a little piece of it gathered by the left-hand hitting Josh Trujillo. Josh starting the day at .250 with 5 runs batted in. Josh with a good eye at the plate, drew a walk and scored last inning. Now trying to drive a run in with Hainline getting his lead from second here in the second. The 3-2 pitch swung on and hit foul to the left and out of play. The count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Neil Feist leaning into his battery mate Tyler Quinn. Hainline gets his lead from second. Another pickoff play, and Elijah again gets back. Xander Darby responsible for the coverage at second base on Hainline with second baseman Mason Lee playing deep in a couple of steps straight away second in shallow right field. So it's Darby's job to try to keep Hainline close. The 3-2 pitch is whacked into center field for a base hit. Hainline will score, and Bellingham leads it 3-0 as they execute the game very well again in trying to become the first team to defeat the Corvallis Knights in a series and on their own part win their fourth straight series. And to that end, they're off to a good start. They lead it 3-0. Elijah Hainline, a 2-out single, goes to second on a wild pitch and scores on the Trujillo base hit to center. And that'll bring Teo Banks to the plate. Teo also drew a walk last inning. 3-0 Bellingham in the top of the second. Neil Feist ready to go, and the first pitch, a breaking ball, pop foul back of the plate. Coming down the line is first baseman the Knights' first baseman, not Kiko Romero, who was listed at first, and now we've got somebody else in there. Unbeknownst to me, they put in a new first baseman, and he came down the line to make the catch. Titus Dumitru now playing first, so I hope Kiko is okay. We'll take a break. The Bells pick up a run here in the second inning on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1.5, Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. SIPC.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Bellingham. Austin Coleman ready to go to Eli Kennel in the first pitch to the Knights cleanup hitter. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Kennel, the club leader, at 345. He homered yesterday. Kennel now with 2 on the year. 8 runs batted in. The stats from Point Streak do not reflect his second home run for some reason. So not all things can be trusted. Slider in there for a strike from Coleman, and he's quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll try to set the Knights defensively for you when they take the field again in the third, but certainly it was Titus Dumitru coming down the line to catch the foul ball, not Kiko Romero. So I hope everything's okay with Kiko. We'll keep an eye on things when the Knights take the field in the third. The strike 2 pitch swung on and missed, throwing into foul territory on the pitch in the turf. Willis Cresswell to Jack Van Remortel. 1 away, and Mason Lee will come to the plate. Mason Lee, the right-hand hitting second baseman, stepping in at 304 with 7 runs batted in. And now the catcher for Bellingham, Willis Cresswell, is going to need some attention from Kayla. At least Adam Gieselin was calling Kayla from PT Northwest on staff in the Knights dugout as the athletic trainer covering for both teams today. Kayla was ready to come out and see if she could help Willis, but Cresswell pronounces himself ready to go and settles back into the crouch back of the plate. Mason Lee, the batter. Austin Coleman, the pride of Etiwanda High, comes set with nobody on. First pitch swung on and missed. Good pitch from Austin Coleman. 0-1 the count. Good looking stuff from the right-hander. Coleman making his 5th start, 16 and a third, 13 hits, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. A record of 1-2 and an ERA of 3.85. Delivers a slow roller to short. Hainline fields and throws to first to get Mason Lee. 2 down. Coleman has retired 5 straight. And Xander Darby will be the hitter. Xander Darby out of the University of San Diego. Stepping in, trying to get something going. Or UC Santa Barbara, pardon me. I think I said USD, UCSB for Xander, a gaucho. With 2 down and nobody on, swings at the first pitch from Austin Coleman and fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike to Darby. The Knights with an off day tomorrow, and then 3 with the Springfield Drifters. Tuesday night in Springfield, Wednesday here, Thursday night back in Springfield. No balls and 1 strike. Austin Coleman out of the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch misses away in the count 1-1. I mentioned Austin pitching for the Reading Colt 45s. That's a summer league program, which means he's pitched when it's been 115 or 117 in Reading, California. So this, oh my goodness, upper 80s, nothing to it. The 1-1 pitch up and away from Coleman, ball 2, 2-1. I saw a double header circa 1969 at a ballpark in downtown Reading with my uncle. I was 11. He knew I loved baseball. My Uncle Jay took me to see a doubleheader when it was about 117. We saw 2 games. Bless my uncle's heart. We stayed for all the innings. The pitch on the way to Xander Darby, hit foul off third, heading toward the TNT Builders party deck, well out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I remember pitching for Reading that weekend was a young man by the name of Don Pride. And I remember my Uncle Jay, as I had evinced at that young age an interest in some of the great country music artists. He said he thought Don was related to Charlie. I don't know, but I know Charlie was a good pitcher himself in his day. Pitch on the way, a fly ball to center field. Coming in a hurry is Daniel Jernan to make the catch. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Austin Coleman, who retires the Knights in order and has done so the first 2 innings of this ball game. At the end of 2, Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing, on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
If you've been putting off that home remodeling project but have finally decided to take a leap and get it done, Corvallis Floor Covering can help. Stop by and browse through their large showroom with a wide variety of carpet, laminate, tile, wood, and vinyl flooring and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering is at the corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering. And go Beavs!
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Cole Hage swings at the first pitch and doesn't get it. We believe, although we can't see his number with the catcher's chest protector straps covering up the number. We think Kiko Romero is now catching. The strike one pitch from Neil Feist misses down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike as we One ball and 1 strike. I think Bree is heading down to the dugout to try to find out the identity of the night's catcher. The 1-1 pitch rolled slowly foul up along first. I do think Bree has had confirmed whatever the change was. She will come up now into the McGrath family press box and report to the folks inside the box. And we'll get the word passed along here momentarily, but it appears as though it's Kiko Romero back of the plate, Titus Dimitru taking over at first, and Kiko taking over for Tyler Quinn is our presumption, when Tyler, as we mentioned even before the game began, had something go awry receiving Nathan DeShriver's warm-up tosses. Unfortunately, a short day for the starting battery for the Corvallis Knights. 1-2 to Cole Hage. Swung on and fouled back by Big Cole to stay up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Bells 2 in the first, taking advantage of 3 consecutive walks to jump on the board. Shades of Friday night when they took advantage of 3 walks and scored 3 times, en route to what turned into a 7-1 lead, ultimately an 8-7 win. Hage swings and fouls one over my head down into the alley. And even on this hot Sunday afternoon, the ball rolling slowly, and there are urchins in pursuit. So the heat has not deterred them. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole Hage. Out of the stretch works Neil Feist. Kicks and comes to the plate. Lifted to left center field and playable. Jonah Advincula back a few steps. The center fielder puts it away. 1 away. Gavin Schultz to the plate. Schultz delivered a 2-run single against Neil Feist in the first inning. Neil inherited a 3-0 count from Nathan DeShriver on Schultz, threw a strike, and then on the 3-1 pitch, looking to throw a ground ball to try to get out of the inning. He got the ground ball, but it was one with eyes through the 6-hole for a 2-run single. And Bellingham off to a 2-0 lead. Now 3-0 Bells. Schultz takes outside, ball 1. It has been confirmed that Kiko Romero is now the Knights' receiver, working with Neil Feist with Dimitru at first. The 1-0 pitch, a chopper back of third, foul, backhanded by Spencer Scott. And the count pulls even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the only section in the ballpark today that does not have some fans in it is that upper grandstand on the left field side behind the lower grandstand down the line at third. Everything else, Casey Corner, Fisheries and Wildlife gathering down there today in right field. Not exactly sure whom the partiers are and the revelers on the TNT Builders party deck are. We'll try to get that info as we go. The pitch to Schultz pulled foul, 1-2 the count, 1 out. From the stretch, Neil Feist kicks and comes to the plate. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down, good pitch. Tying up Gavin Schultz. And now Jack Van Remortel to the plate. So with 2 down and nobody on, Neil Feist looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon for Knights pitching. Feist coming on in the first and has done a good job. He's pitching to contact and throwing strikes. We'll see some activity begin in the Knights bullpen in a moment. The pitch on the way, a fastball for a strike, and the count 0-1. It looks as though incoming freshman Nelson Keljo, a lefty, will head down and begin to loosen up and perhaps see some action in the ball game today. 0-1 the count to Jack Van Remortel, grounded out to Kiko Romero in the first inning. Kiko now back of the plate. Line drive, base hit to right on the 0-1 pitch, played on a hop by Brady Lavoie. This is a good-looking ball club, Bellingham. There's a reason that they come into the ball game with a record of 14-5, 3.5 up on Kamloops, 5 up on Nanaimo, 5.5 up on Kelowna, 6 up on Victoria, 6.5 up on Edmonton. That's a pretty good run of the Canadian teams. Port Angeles at 6.5 back. Wenatchee also 6.5 back. But it's Bellingham, about as close as you can get to the Canadian border. I guess, what is that town just before you cross over that Luke Ridnour was from? Blaine? Is it Blaine? Breaking ball strike to Willis Cresswell. Hi, Diane. No balls and 1 strike the count. Cresswell popped out to second in the first. 3-0 Bellingham in the third. Neil Feist to the plate. The strike 1 pitch misses just inside, and the count 1-1. Thanks, Diane. Diane has come up and offered, do I need anything? Well, many things, but she can help with ice water, so thank you for that. 1 ball and 1 strike to Willis Cresswell. A 2-out single for Jack Van Remortel here in the third. The 1-1 pitch, Cresswell fooled, tried to hold up, but went around, and the count goes to 1-2 to Willis out of Auburn, Washington, and competing across the state in Pullman at Washington State. Neil Feist with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes, yielding the 2-out single, trying to slam the door here now. The right-hander from the Southland in Torrance, California, comes set. A short lead at first for Van Remortel, held on by Dimitru. The 1-2 pitch is punched in the air. Coming in a hurry is Mason Lee in front of the bag to make the running catch on the infield to retire the side. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third on this warm Sunday in the Valley. Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing. On 1240 Joe Radio.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. Get a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, simple deck height adjustments, and a quality cut. When you need comfort and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Right now, get the Kubota Z400 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Of cold water brought to me by you, Diane, as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Austin Coleman has retired all 6 Knights batters that he's faced. He's got Brady Lavoie, Tyler Quinn, Titus Dimitru, and Logan Johnstone coming up. Austin has pitched very well throughout the season and so far today. The pitch to Lavoie, feet from home plate, able to haul it in. Good contact for Lavoie. A long, loud out for Brady, bottom of the third. And Titus Dimitru, the hitter. Tyler Quinn started, did not get an at-bat. He played the first inning defensively, and then whatever it is that befell him receiving warm-ups from Nathan DeSchreiber before the game even started, ended up sending him to the bench. And ministrations from Kayla. Let's hope that Tyler will be okay. Titus Dimitru takes a strike, 0-1 the count. 3-0 Bells, bottom of the third inning. Coleman's fastball rolled slowly foul. Brooke Knight one-hands it nonchalantly and flips it into the dugout on the third base side. 0-2 to Titus Dimitru, who has risen to the top of the Knights RBI category with 12 at 286. Slightly open stance for the right-hand hitter. The 0-2 pitch misses down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rustin Woosley will be the Benton County Schools junior announcer coming up when the Knights bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. He has gathered some shade just to my left. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count to Titus Dimitru. Austin Coleman to the plate. Swung on and looped down the right field line, a foul ball. Dimitru went after a pitch well out of the zone, but with a 2-strike approach up there to protect, and got a little piece of it and almost got himself a bloop single as a result. He's still up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A 3-0 lead for Bellingham. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Again, Dimitri doing a nice job to spoil the would-be out pitch from Austin Coleman. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logan Johnstone on deck. The Bells 2 runs in the first and 1 in the second. Looking forward to a first ever trip to Hamlin Sports Complex in West Coast League play anyway. The Knights and Drifters Tuesday night from Springfield. The 1-2 fastball from Coleman up and in, ball 2, 2-2. Springfield trying in a sense to separate in that community, Eugene Springfield, and become in a very real sense its own community and culture and entity, and presenting the Drifters in Springfield as a summer league team. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. The pitch was in the turf. The throw is from catcher Willis Cresswell to Jack Van Remortel to complete the strikeout. 2-3, 2 down. The 3rd strikeout for Coleman, who's faced 8 and retired 8. And Logan Johnstone will be the batter. Eugene has had a long run as a minor league baseball team in the Northwest League, in the Pacific Coast League for a spell. Yes, they had some great players come through at AAA in Eugene. A core of players that helped the Phillies become a power in the 70s on their way up played in Eugene at AAA in the PCL. The pitch to Johnstone just misses, ball 1. Larry Boa, Denny Doyle, Joe Liss, Willie Montanez, Greg Luzinski all spent time at AAA in Eugene. 1-0 the count, 2 down. Eugene has continued to have a professional team. A short run in the PCL, 5 seasons, 69 through 73. And they have had a Northwest League entrant ever since. 2-0 to Logan Johnstone, 2 down, nobody on. 3-0 Bellingham, bottom of the 3rd. Austin Coleman comes to the plate. The 2-0 pitch, a slicing line drive to left, right at Josh Trujillo. Josh puts it away, and Coleman has faced 9 and retired 9. The Knights have a couple of pitchers in their bullpen, Brady Maylett and Nelson Keljo, and we may see the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with paver and went to Philomath Rental where she got all the tools she needed and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great.
Next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
For Auto Glass Solutions, 2277, call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system?
Call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967. Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veterans Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned.
Radio.
Through 3 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, Bellingham 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The Knights, no runs, and Bellingham taking advantage of some early wildness, picked up 2 runs in the first and now lead at 3-0. Neil Feist is still in there. Looked as Saunders on the 0-1 offering, swung on and fouled at the plate. Ty hit the first pitch foul into the right field corner. Feist has jumped ahead. Neal works out of the stretch with nobody on, delivers the strike two pitch in the turf, and Daniel Jernan, the on-deck hitter. Then back to the top of the order, and Elijah Haynes swinging. Off speed, Saunders goes down, and Neal Feist has done a good job. He did give up a run in the second inning, up his third strikeout. Daniel Jernan flied to left field in the first. Now, that left-hander, a little bit of a Denzel. He turned around and headed back with Neal Feist being allowed to stay in to face Ty Saunders. Feist with a nice outing comes out. Keljo coming out of the bullpen for the Corvallis Knights here in the top of the fourth inning. When Keljo about 3-0 Bellingham, one out in the top of the fourth. Back after this 90-second pitching change break on 1240 Joe Radio.
And I want everyone to know that at Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282.
Warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser. From hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear. Now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Woo! Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs.
1240 Joe Radio.
Left-hander Nelson Keljo out of Jesuit High School graduated this past spring. Is Oregon State bound unless the draft July 17th through the 19th intervenes at a high level for this young man? One of the articles I read about Nelson is that he does have some draft interest. He's left-handed. He has a big frame. He projects well with his stuff developing. His first pitch, fastball in his Knights debut, a strike as he comes in with one out, nobody on in the top of the fourth inning. Keljo, 6'4", 215, comes back with the 0-1 fastball, swung on and missed. And it's clear just from those two pitches alone why there would be draft interest in this young man, and whether he is able to follow through and pitch for Rich Dorman and Mitch Canham next year, we'll have to wait and see. The draft again coming up July 17th through the 19th. Strike two pitch, a grounder to short. Xander Darby fields and throws out Daniel Jernan. Two down, and Elijah Hainline will be the batter. One of the draft sites or comments about Keljo, and it's we well believe it, says that of Keljo, like most cold weather prospects, he's not overworked. So the first pitch, I mean, that's the advantage, I guess, of pitching in the Pacific Northwest. You don't get as many innings, and so that gives you a chance to have more innings come pro ball or college time. The first pitch to Elijah Hainline missing. Now the 1-0 pitch, a ground ball to second. Mason Lee takes it off the hot turf and throws to first for the out. Keljo looks good in his Corvallis Knights debut, and we only hope it's a precursor, selfishly speaking, from Beaver Nation, that we'll get a chance to look at Nelson pitching for the Orange and Black next spring. But if he goes, and more power to him. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Bells 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
This is Mike Parker, Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
3-0 Bellingham as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Knights are still looking for their first base runner against Bell's right-hander Austin Coleman. The top of the order coming up, Jonah Advincula, Spencer Scott, and we'll see about in the 3-hole. The first pitch missing for ball 1, 1-0. Advincula grounded out sharply back at first in the bottom of the first inning. 1 ball and no strikes to Jonah out of the University of Redland. Swings and hits this one fair. Past Van Memorial into right field for a base hit. On his way for second is Jonah Advincula with the great wheels, and he goes in standing up. A leadoff double for Jonah. A rope to right. And no doubt that he was going to go for 2, but he made that look easy. Elite speed for Advincula, and he gets a leadoff double here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Spencer Scott will be the hitter. Spencer struck out in the first. 3-0 Bellingham, and the Knights in one fell swoop break up the perfecto and the no-hitter, now trying to spoil the shutout here with nobody out in the fourth inning. Spencer Scott with at least one job to do to try to get Advincula moved. Spencer looking for his 10th run batted in. Second time through now, takes high and inside, ball 1, 1-0. Kiko Romero on deck. Kiko started the game at first base, now back of the plate. A leadoff double for Jonah Advincula. The pitch to Spencer Scott, down and away, ball 2, 2-0. Couple of very nice swings today for Jonah. He was robbed of a hit by Van Memorial, diving to his left back of first in the first inning. Jonah ripped this one by Jack here in the fourth. Good pitch under the hand. Scott swings and doesn't get it. 2-1 the count. The Knights looking to get on the board here in the bottom of the fourth inning before an off day tomorrow and a trip to Springfield on Tuesday. Coleman on the 2-1 pitch, down and in, ball 3. Austin was immediately turning and looking for help, and after a long delay, the appeal is granted but no swing, says our base umpire. 3 balls and a strike to Spencer Scott. Advincula at second, nobody out. The Knights looking to get on the board. Coleman delivers. Spencer gets a piece of it to stay alive. Spencer a little mad at himself. He felt that he had his pitch there 3-1 and managed to get just a little piece of it to stay up there. 3-2 to Spencer Scott. Kiko Romero, the on-deck hitter. We're speaking of the draft coming up July 17th through the 19th. I was glad to see a former Corvallis Knight, Brooks Lee, mentioned in the top 5. A ground ball knocked down by Coleman, stays with it and throws Spencer Scott out, and Advincula holds at second base. One away and Kiko Romero, the hitter. Good play by Coleman, fielding his position well. Not only getting the out, but keeping Advincula from advancing. Romero grounded out to Jack Van Remortel in the first inning. Keith Law in The Athletic has broken down his top 100 prospects for the draft in mid-July. And Brooks Lee, who was such a joy to watch here with the Knights 3 summers ago, is the number 5 overall draft prospect, the switch-hitting shortstop from Cal Poly. Advincula, a running start between second and third, draws the attention of Austin Coleman, who steps off and doesn't make a throw. Advincula with elite speed gets his lead from second. Kiko swings and lifts one foul towards Waldo away. No balls and 1 strike. In that list of top 100 prospects in The Athletic, Brooks Lee, number 5 overall. Jacob Melton of Oregon State, listed at number 25. Quite a bit ahead of Cooper Jerpy. The strike 1 pitch, a check swing foul in the count 0-2. Jacob Melton listed at number 25 as a possible back of the first round guy. And the scout speaks truly of Jacob, the former Lynn Benton star and Pac-12 Player of the Year this past spring for the Beavers, in that he accelerates quickly and gets tremendous power from his wrists and huge hip rotation. Indeed he does. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back in the count 0-2. 3-0 Bellingham, bottom of the 4th inning. A leadoff double for Advincula. He's at second with 1 out. Cooper Jerpy, by the way, is the number 54 overall prospect. The concern being velo is 88 to 93. They'd like it to be higher. They think with the cross-body motion and so on that he's not going to be able to add much more velo, so he'll need to develop the slider and change, which he did so this past season and becoming in many college baseball accounts the pitcher of the year nationally. So he'll go, but maybe not in the first. The pitch missing high, 1-2 to Kiko. Advincula at second. Romero pulls one foul past Coach Nags. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bellingham leading 3-0. The Knights getting their first base runner, looking for their first run now and trying to claw their way back in. You know they did so here on Friday, trailing early 3-0, midway through trailing 7-1. Eventually pulled even in the 9th before falling in 11. Romero pulls one slowly foul, led Nags' way again. It remains 1-2 to Kiko with Eli Kennel on deck. The Knights with a 1-game lead on Bend coming into this ball game this afternoon. Ridgefield 2.5 back in third. The Pickles at 3.5 back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kiko Romero. Advincula at second, 1 out. And a bluff by Coleman, keeping Jonah Close out at second base. Austin Coleman steps off the rubber for a moment, trying to get on the same page with his battery-mate Willis Cresswell here in the bottom of the 4th. Delivers to Kiko, and he hits a 2-hopper behind first, right at Jack Van Remortel, who fields it, runs it to the bag. 2 down on the play. Advincula advances to third. Eli Kennel to the plate. Eli, an incoming freshman at Oregon State. Speaking of the draft, it was good news just in terms of college baseball and a win for college baseball, in that one of the top high school prospects in the country announced yesterday, Andrew DeConnick out of Indianapolis, one of the top high school pitching prospects in America, says he will forego the draft and honor his commitment to attend Vanderbilt and pitch. Eli Kennel, a drive toward the alley in left center field. Racing over is Josh Trujillo to flag it. Nice jump and catch by Trujillo. Good contact for Kennel, but he's an out. And the Knights squander the leadoff double here in the 4th. Advincula left stranded at second. No runs, a hit, 1 left through 4. Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the fifth inning, 3-0 Bellingham. Josh Trujillo, Teo Banks, and Cole Hage, the scheduled hitters for the Bells against Knights left-hander Nelson Keljo, who may indeed have a decision to make depending on where he sees his name called, if it is, in the draft, and we expect that it will be. Again, with the left-hand pitches, this is a guy who is drawing interest. Trujillo takes the first pitch outside from Nelson and driven in a run. 3-0 Bellingham in the fifth. Left-on-left matchup. Keljo drops the arms, kicks the leg, comes to the plate, and misses just outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Teo Banks on deck. Keljo just has the look of a guy who could jump right in next spring here. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count 2-2. Indeed, just the physical presence of this young man, an incoming true freshman at 6'4", 215. Just he looks from a distance to be well above his years, and he throws a breaking ball in there. Strike three called. Trujillo, a good hitter with a discriminating eye, takes a look at a called third. The hitter. Teo walked and scored in the first, fouled out in the second. The first inning, the rub in this one, in that the Knights issued 3 consecutive walks to open the door for Bellingham to score 2. The Bells picked up another run in the second. First pitch fastball from Keljo to Banks. This is high and inside, ball 1. 1-0. Cole Hage on deck. The Knights thus far just one base runner in this ball game. Keljo's 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Banks out of the box for a moment. Right-handed hitter steps back in. All the while, Keljo peering in to Kiko Romero. Delivers a 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Keljo and Romero the battery for the Knights. Around the infield, Titus Dimitru at first, Mason Lee at second, Xander Darby at short, Spencer Scott at third, Logan Johnstone in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Brady Lavoie in right. The 1-2 off speed in the turf. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Teo Banks. Kiko looks into the dugout to get the sign from pitching coach Bo Kearns, relays it to Keljo. Nelson rocks, kicks, and comes back 2-2. Fastball foul back. Good swing by Banks. Getting a piece of it to stay alive. It remains 2-2. Keljo has retired the first 3 batters that he's faced since coming on for Neil Feist. Feist did a good job in picking up for Nathan DeSchreiber, who struggled with his control out of the gate and was done before the first inning had come to an end. Keljo back with a 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit slowly up along first. A fair ball picked up by Kiko Romero with the mitt, and then takes it out of the mitt and throws into the first base mitt of Titus Dimitru for the out. 2 down. Good play by Kiko Romero. I'm going to need to refresh my memory and do so by asking Brooke Knight and Ed Nags and so on how often Kiko settled in back of the plate last summer in his first year with the Knights, how often he has with Central Arizona, and what the expectations are for Kiko for Chip Hale in Tucson next year. But he looks smooth and comfortable back of the plate. Cole Hage takes the first pitch down and away from Keljo. 1 ball and no strikes. Cole has walked and flied to deep center. 3-0 Bellingham, top of the 5th inning on this hot Sunday afternoon. Keljo delivers high, ball 2, 2-0. Kiko Romero makes himself of even greater value with the versatility to be able to play first and to catch. Always a good swinger. The 2-0 pitch is outside from Keljo, ball 3, 3-0 to Hage. Gavin Schultz on deck. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Bells. No runs, 1 hit. Just 1 base runner for the Knights through 4. Keljo ready. The left-hander's 3-0 pitch. Taken high and away. Ball 4. A 4-pitch free pass issued to Hage. Gavin Schultz to the plate. Gavin with a 2-run single in the first. A ground ball through the 6-hole to give the Bells 2 runs and take advantage of the largesse from the Oregon State pitching staff early with the starter, Nathan DeShriver. Having difficulty locating, the Bells cashed it in. 3 walks produced 2 runs. Gavin Schultz then struck out on his last at-bat. Swings at the fastball here from Keljo. Doesn't get it. 0-1 the count. Hage held on at first by Titus Dimitru. 0-1 to Gavin Schultz. The strike 1 pitch very high. Gavin out of Tulane. And a hometown kid down there from New Orleans. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jack Van Remortel on deck. A 2-out walk to Hage. Nelson Keljo comes set. Delivers. Fastball foul to the screen. The count 1-2. Boy, again, I'm just so impressed by the physical presence of an incoming freshman. Looks just physically well beyond his years in the 6'4", 215-pound frame, and you can see why. I understand now why. I've been reading about Keljo with respect to the draft. 3-0 Bellingham in the 5th. There goes Hage. The pitch is off the mitt of Kiko Romero. He chases it down at the backstop. Hage gets the stolen base. He was going on the pitch, and now the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is where Bellingham has executed the game well. That's Hage's first stolen base, but now Schultz with a chance for a 2-out hit. He already has 2 RBIs, giving him 11 on the season. Now looking for a 2-out hit here to score Hage. The 2-2 fastball down and in. Ball 3, 3-2. Keljo taking a step, hopefully, towards the Knights' dugout. But he'll come back and try to execute a 3-2 pitch here under the Sunday afternoon sun here at Goff Stadium at Coleman Field. 3-2, 2 down, 3-0 Bells in the 5th. The 3-2 fastball, he gets his man anyway. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Keljo is impressing here today. So are the Bells and their starter Austin Coleman. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing. On 1240, Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Mason Lee, Xander Darby, and Brady Lavoie, the scheduled hitters for the Corvallis Knights as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bellingham cruising along up 3-0. A brilliant performance thus far by right-hander Austin Coleman. Jonah Advincula led off last inning with a double but stayed put. The only base runner the Knights have gotten today against Coleman, who delivers low to Mason Lee. 1-0 the count. Lee grounded to short in his first at-bat. Coleman works from the stretch with nobody on, comes back with a 1-0 pitch and misses. Ball 2, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Bellingham from Whatcom County. And the origins of the name Whatcom, interesting to me anyway. The 2-0 pitch on the way, taken for a strike, if you may indulge a little Bill Walton type moment here with the Knights trailing 3-0. A lumber mill built in 1893 at the base of a waterfall on Bellingham Bay was noisy all the time, and the native word, the indigenous word lumai, is Whatcom for noisy all the time, and hence Whatcom County, where Bellingham is situated. The 2-1 pitch, a strike, 2-2 the count. So noisy all the time. And that is, it's a beautiful noise. The sound of a waterfall. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Lee is punched into shallow right field. Gavin Schultz goes out, makes a nice running catch. 1 away. And Xander Darby, who flied to center field in his first at-bat, will come to the plate. The famed British captain George Vancouver explored the area in 1792, and then Lieutenant Joseph Whidbey discovered Bellingham Bay and later was named by George Vancouver Bellingham Bay in honor of Sir William Bellingham, who was the controller of the storekeeper's accounts for the British Navy. So there you have it, the Bellingham Whatcom County story. A foul ball off third. Xander Darby swinging at the first pitch. Ty Saunders moving over in foul territory to make the catch. 2 down, and Brady Lavoie, the hitter. Brady flied out on the first pitch that he saw from Austin Coleman in the third inning. 3-0 Bellingham in the bottom of the fifth. Absolutely gorgeous part of the world. And we will not get to make the trip up there this year. But it is a beautiful spot. Hope that you've enjoyed some time. Our first call of Urchin Alley today, and it comes in the bottom of the fifth inning. We did have one other, no, and the Urchins, braving the heat, are out there chasing that foul ball down. Lavoie drove the ball deep to left center, but an out in the third. He's behind the count here, 0-1, 2 down, nobody on. And Austin Coleman has one slip out of the fingertips all the way to the backstop, and he has a little bit of a smile on his face after the fact. That pitch missed badly. Joe Martin Field is the home of the Bellingham Bells. It opened in 1964. It opened in 64, the year they toured. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Lavoie swung on and missed, and the count 1-2. The summer reading program has been honored today for the youngsters here in the area who've met all of their reading requirements in the spring. I hope that someday they have the chance to read Kinsella's Shoeless Joe, beautifully written book on which the movie The Field of Dreams was based. The 1-2 pitch to Lavoie misses for ball 2, one of the chapter titles in that outstanding book. They tore the polo grounds down in 1964. That's the truth. And supposedly J.D. Salinger, the character in Field of Dreams or Shoeless Joe, was touched or moved by that event. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. The strong work continues for Austin Coleman, who's allowed just one base runner through 5. We go to the 6th. Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated number 1 for reliability. Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you gonna start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Downward Dog across the Ocean campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer substitute appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches, and breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 6th inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, 3-0 Bellingham. Advantage Accounting enjoying the view today from TNT Builders Party Deck in the left field corner, the OSU Department of Fisheries and Wildlife in the right field corner and Casey corner, the Philomath Youth Activities Club, the Catalyst Psychiatry nonprofit of the game here on this warm Sunday afternoon in the Mid-Valley. Bellingham leading 3-0, top of the 6th inning. The first pitch from left-hander Nelson Keljo. This is low, ball 1-0. 6 years ago, the Knights did play a ball game up in Bellingham 6 summers ago about this time, and Adley Rutschman was the starting left fielder for Brook Knight and the Knights that day. The left fielder, Adley. He'll be in Seattle, a little down the road from Bellingham, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with the Orioles coming to the Pacific Northwest and giving Sherwood and people from the Beaver State, Beaver fans, a chance to see Adley at work at the major league level. The 1-0 pitch is drilled into left center field. Base gives up his hit today. Some activity will begin in the Knights bullpen in the left field corner. Left-hander Brady Maylett out of the University of Utah will begin to loosen up. Back of the Jesuit High School graduate in Portland and Oregon State Beaver to be, Nelson Keljo. Willis Cresswell has twice popped to second. He swings and grounds one to short. Darby goes to Lee for one, on to first for 2. A double play, 6-4-3, just like that, 2 down. Ty Saunders, the switch hitter, will come to the plate. Struck out twice, batting from the left side. Will turn around and bat from the right side against Nelson Keljo. Good pitch by Nelson to produce the Xander Darby to Mason Lee to Titus Dimitru, 6-4-3, twin killing. 3-0 Bells, top of the 6th inning. Keljo looking to face the minimum now. Delivers, and he will. A fly ball to center field. Right at Jonah Advincula. Virtually in his tracks. Makes the grab. And it is a most efficient 1-2-3. Save, base hit, but quickly erased by the double play. The left-hander Keljo faces the minimum. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It remains Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals. They provide book and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs.
If you've been putting off that home remodeling project but have finally decided to take a leap and get it done, Corvallis Floor Covering can help. Stop by and browse through their large showroom with a wide variety of carpet, laminate, tile, wood, and vinyl flooring and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering is at the corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering. And go Beavs!
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 6th inning, the Knights trailing 3-0. A brilliant performance thus far by Bell's right-hander Austin Coleman, who's faced just one over the minimum, allowed one hit, one base runner, namely Advincula, who doubled to lead off the 4th inning. The Knights went in order again in the 5th, and now Titus Dimitru takes a first pitch strike from Austin, 0-1 the count. 3-0 Bells trying to win the series and become the first team to deliver a series loss to the Knights in 2022. The strike one pitch is in there to Titus, who struck out swinging in the 3rd. 4 strikeouts. Nary a free pass from right-hander Austin Coleman. He's ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Dimitru. Logan Johnstone on deck. And about a 56-footer here that bounces to the backstop. 1-2 the count. A couple of pitches that have missed badly for Coleman, a guy that is filling up the zone with regularity, but he's had a couple of misses. One sailing way over the head of the backstop, this one landing about 5 feet in front of the plate. But he's had beautiful command. He's pitched a great ball game. He's ahead of the count to Dimitru, 1-2. Titus leading things off for the Knights in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and misses. Strike 3. 1 away, and Logan Johnstone will come to the plate. The 5th strikeout for Austin. Johnstone lined out to right field, hit the ball pretty well, but right at Cole Hage. Brooke Knight pulling out the notepad. I haven't seen him, as I mentioned, engaged in the scribblings as much in 2022, but he's made some jottings, some markings with Dag Hammarskjöld, and has jotted them down and tucked them into his back pocket. And will share his findings with the players, whether after the game today in a pregame meeting the next time the Knights convene, which will be Tuesday in Springfield. The pitch on the way to Johnstone, rolled slowly foul, no balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Bellingham. Austin Coleman, one of the better pitch ball games in this ballpark all year, spring included. Delivers and misses low. Alex Williams of Stanford pitched a great ball game against Cooper Jerpy. Williams, a former Knight, probably the best pitch game between two pitchers in a game where Jerpy struck out 17 and had a no decision. The 1-1 pitch, low and in, ball 2, 2-1. Logan Johnstone trying to get something started against Coleman, who simply has not given in. He's pitched to contact, has not walked anybody. The difference in this game is essentially in that category. 3 walks in the first led to 2 Bellingham runs. The Bells did pick up a run in the second. The 2-1 pitch, Johnstone rolls one slowly foul up along first. Right on the bag is Jack Van Remortel to field and step on it for out number 2. And the pattern continues for Austin Coleman. Again, just one base runner for the Knights today. Jonah Advincula is the guy. He comes to the plate. Jonah doubled to lead things off in the 4th. But just sort of a sign of the day, it did not open anything up for the Knights. A leadoff double, and Jonah remained at second as the inning proceeded. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Advincula misses low and in. Ball 1, 1-0. 3-0 Bellingham, bottom of the 6th inning. A well-pitched game for both teams. Nathan DeShriver had some trouble with control and left the game early, but Coleman, Feist, and Keljo have been around the plate. Advincula goes out of the zone, swings at a breaking ball down and in, and doesn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. 3 runs and 5 hits for Bellingham. No runs, 1 hit, just the single base runner. Advincula, even stance, left-handed hitter. Trying to get something going with 2 down. If he gets on base, he's fun to watch. Tremendous speed. Coleman delivers, rolled slowly foul in front of the Bellingham dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. They tore down the Polo Grounds in 1964, so says the chapter, and so was the truth. And according to Kinsella, J.D. Salinger was moved by that event, thus evincing an interest in baseball that led to, in the book anyway, Ray Kinsella kidnapping J.D. Salinger, not Terrence Mann, as James Earl Jones's character was in the film Field of Dream. Coleman does a pirouette in front of the rubber and then asks by show of his right hand, was it away? And I think he answered his own question, but not by much. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. All of that to say, if you get a chance to read Shoeless Joe, if you never have, it's a beautiful work by W.P. Kinsella. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, fastball taken, strike 3 called, with Austin Coleman coming back to get his man anyway. Tremendous outing for Austin. Can he carry on under the sun? We'll see. The Knights are gone in the 6th. Through 6, Bellingham 3 and the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
When you think of Albans, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this is Katie Albin. Some plumbing projects don't have anything to do with water. At Albin's Plumbing, we also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater, give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Take me out to the Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. For Volkswagen repair parts or just plain advice, make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, Bellingham 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Knights, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 base runner. Against Daniel Jernan and misses high. The 1-0 pitch swung out and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. And some stickum will be applied to the handle of the bat by Jernan, with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Daniel out of Surrey, British Columbia, and on the move from Lower Columbia College to South Carolina upstate. Good-looking ball player. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Keljo. Good-looking fastball. Swung out and missed, and the count 1-2 to Jernan, who has flied to left and then grounded to short as the first batter to face Keljo in the 4th inning. Nelson following Neil Feist, who had picked up for Nathan DeShriver in the 1st. Keljo's 1-2 pitch, he gets in on Jernan, who hits a ground ball to second. Mason Lee fields and throws to first for the out. Good pitch by Keljo. 1 away, and Elijah Hainline to the plate. Elijah's flied to center, singled to center and scored, and grounded to second. My friend B.G. Gould, the de facto mayor of Medford, has been keeping me apprised of Adley Rutschman exploits. Speaking of the Orioles catcher, coming to Seattle tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The first pitch to Elijah swung on and missed. It's seventh inning magic for Adley again. He had a 2-run double today in the seventh inning. Adley Rutschman in the seventh inning with the Orioles is 7 for 13. The strike one pitch is down and in. Beej was so fascinated by that number, and he's a man of numbers. He has kept stats for all the teams in Medford through all the ages, going back to the mid-'70s at Miles Field. The 1-1 pitch swung on and hit foul towards Urchin Alley and beyond. The count 1-2. And one of the things that Adley, I said, Adley, you got to look it up, and he did. I'd forgotten. One of Adley Rutschman's biggest hits in his Oregon State career came in Omaha in the 2018 College World Series against North Carolina in an elimination game. A ground ball into center field. Mason Lee tips it and throws to first, not in time. Lee got to the ball, amazingly, tipped it up in the air and gave himself a chance to make a throw. Hainline simply runs too well to get thrown out on a play of that manner, but a good effort by Mason Lee to his right. It is a base hit for Hainline, and that brings Josh Trujillo, the left-handed hitter, to the plate, who struck out looking against Nelson Keljo in the fifth. 3-0 Bellingham in the seventh. But Rutschman in that 2018 elimination game against North Carolina had Beej, who was fascinated by these seventh-inning exploits, look up what inning that Adley, with the Beavers down 6-3 and facing elimination against North Carolina, came up to the plate with the bases loaded and brought them all in with a double to deep right center. Tied the game in one big swing at 6. The Beavers went on to win it 8-6 and went on, as you may recall, to win the whole thing. Unfortunately, that was in the 8th inning, said Beej, not the 7th. Otherwise, we would have had to keep going back on this 7th inning magic thread. Keljo's first pitch off the mitt of Kiko Romero, and down to second base goes Elijah Hainline. Probably a pass ball. And again, I'm not sure how often Kiko has caught. He asked for time and runs out to visit with Nelson Keljo. I don't know if he was crossed up by the pitch, and that may have been the case. Kiko will be joined in the conversation by night shortstop Xander Darby, conferring with Nelson Keljo, the incoming freshman, to Oregon State. The Bells looking for another big run here in the 7th. They lead at 3-0, scored 2 in the first and 1 in the second. In the affable game of baseball, as it always is, Elijah Hainline visiting with Knight's second baseman Mason Lee. Hainline getting his lead with a count of 1 ball and no strikes. Can really run. Josh Trujillo trying to pick him up. The pitch on the way from Keljo. Fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count. This hot Sunday afternoon, we've hit 91 degrees, heading to a high expected of 94. Keljo delivers and a line drive, base hit to right field. Rounding third and being held now on the solid single to right. Adam Gieslin holds Hainline at third base with 1 out. Trujillo, a solid single to right field, but he hit it so hard that it got to Lavoie in a hurry. And with only 1 out, no reason to risk trying to send the runner. Runners at the corners and 1 out for Teo Banks, who was walked and scored, fouled out, and struck out. Or, pardon me, had a little swinging bunt that the catcher, Kiko Romero, pounced on for an out back in the 5th inning. First and third, 1 out. Keljo trying to throw another double play ball. Delivers a breaking ball down and in. Ball 1, 1-0. Coach Gieslin giving Trujillo a good runner. The sign across the way. Trujillo with just 1 stolen base, but has good speed. Excellent speed. Hainline at third. Keljo from the stretch delivers the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and hit foul to the left of the McGrath family press box and into the grassy area near the bicycle rack. You all know the area well as you enter the ballpark here. And a little southpaw chases it down. In fact, there's a couple of left-handers out there together playing catch, and now they have a new baseball to play with. Two future lefties for the Knights, perhaps, or the Beavs, or the Bellingham Bells. We'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike, top of the 7th, 3-0 Bellingham. Keljo throws over to first base. Trujillo back to the bag. One of the smaller crowds of the season, but not unusual for Sunday affairs. The normal starting time has been 5:05. The pitch on the way, another foul ball into the alley. They play it off the bricks nicely, and the other lefty comes up with this one. So the two southpaws each have gotten a baseball here at the entrance area in front of Goss in the top of the 7th inning. First and third, 1 out, 3-0 Bellingham. The Bells looking for an important run to take with them down the stretch of this ball game. Keljo from the stretch, the 1-2 change, got him swinging. Excellent pitch by Keljo. 2 down. Cole Hage will come to the plate. That's a playable pitch to be sure for Keljo. And again, I'm just looking at it selfishly. And yeah, I think of Mary Tyler Moore's line in Ordinary People at Donald Sutherland, you only look at how everything affects you. And she just says, well, yeah, I do. And so does everybody else. Well, there's some truth in that. So I'm looking at it selfishly. Come on to the Beavers, Nelson. Breaking ball strike to Cole Hage. 0-1 the count. Now, if he ends up finding his draft spot to be a good one, and well, more power to him. But I think you know of which I speak. And Mary Tyler Moore, in a sense, spoke the truth in that excellent film, the Judith Guest novel adapted into a shattering motion picture called Ordinary People. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch lifted high in the air, foul down the right field line. Giving chase is Brady Lavoie, but in vain. This one will carry beyond KC corner and well out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Hage. Elijah Hainline at third, Josh Trujillo at first. No balls and 2 strikes to Cole Hage, who has walked twice and flied to center. 3-0 Bellingham. Nelson Keljo trying to keep it that way here in the top of the 7th inning. The lefty delivers down and in. Good block by Kiko Romero. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Nelson peering in to Kiko, trying to deal with a good hitter in Hage and keep the Knights close. Hainline at third, Trujillo at first, 2 down. And now time called. Keljo steps off the rubber. Cole Hage, muscular right-hand hitter, out of the box. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 on and 2 down in the 7th. Keljo set, the lefty to the plate. Fastball fouled into the netting, straight back. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well occupied stands to my left in the overhang of the McGrath family press box. Hot Sunday afternoon, good ball game, well pitched. Keljo ready, comes to the plate, the 1-2 offering, chop foul over the head of Coach Giesland. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole Hage. A day off tomorrow in good old Springdale, Springfield, Oregon on Tuesday night. A first ever trip to Hamlin Sports Complex in West Coast League action. 1-2 to Hage, first and third, 2 down. Keljo to the plate, fastball lifted to right center field. A long run for Advincula, but he makes it look easy. He gets there to pull it in, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Knights trying to get off the schneid at the end of 6.5. 3-0 Bellingham on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Can the Knights get anything going against right-hander Austin Coleman? Well, it would be about time if they have a chance to win this ballgame. Down 3-0. This 92-degree affair now. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Spencer Scott, Kiko Romero, and Eli Kennel against Austin Coleman. And he just keeps it going. The first pitch to Spencer Scott, a slider for a strike. 0-1 the count. Spencer by Austin Coleman, who got the out at first on Spencer. The strike one pitch, Scott shows bunt and bunts it foul. Intelligent thought by Spencer, trying to bunt with the third baseman Saunders back, but finds himself in a hole quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. 3-0 Bells, bottom of the 7th inning. Bellingham trying to win the series. The Knights swept their first 3, took 2 of 3 from Walla Walla in this rubber match today, down 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 to Spencer Scott. Austin Coleman has gone all the way. The right-hander comes set and kicks and comes to Scott. 0-2, fastball up. Ball 1, 1-2. Austin Coleman and Willis Cresswell, the battery for the Bellingham Bells. Jack Van Remortel at first, Gavin Schultz at second, Elijah Hainline at short, Ty Saunders at third, Josh Trujillo in left, Daniel Jernan in center, Cole Hage in right. The 1-2 pitch, a ground ball to short. Elijah Hainline scoops, throws a one-hopper across the field turf. It skips nicely into the mitt of Jack Van Remortel, one away. Kiko Romero, the batter. I imagine they are skipping stones right now on the island across from the Crystal Lake boat ramp. Today is the day, and that's going to be it for Austin Coleman. Beautiful outing for Coleman. He has retired everybody in the Knights lineup save one, Jonah Advincula, double. He retired everybody else, and he deserves a nice round of applause from Knights fans. One of the more poignant moments I've seen of this or any season, New Mexico State had a pitcher, Ian Mejia, come out of the game in the Corvallis Regional. New Mexico State and the Beavers here. And Ian Mejia received a long standing ovation from Beaver Nation when he came out after throwing 124 pitches. Ian tipped his cap and afterwards said it was the best moment he'd ever had on the field in his career. And that was here as a visitor for the New Mexico State Aggies in regional play. The circumstances here a little bit different, not the postseason, collegiate spring season and a regional, but a smattering of well-deserved applause for Austin Coleman as he comes out. We'll see a new pitcher, and for the Knights, that can only heighten their hopes that something better, something different may be coming. We'll see with the Bellingham Bells going to their bullpen, and we'll find out just whom they've selected when we return. At the pitching change break, brought to you by All Pro Property Services, it's still Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing. Back after this on 1240 Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Kiko Romero will be the first batter to face the new pitcher for the Bellingham Bells, and Shea Bowen has a tough act to follow. The left-hander coming behind a guy that allowed just one base runner, one hit. Brilliant performance by Austin Coleman. And now Shea Bowen, a lefty out of Tumwater, and competes down the road at Umpqua Community College for the Riverhawks, goes to work on Kiko, left on left, with back-to-back left-handed hitters coming up for the Knights in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 3-0. The first pitch missing to Kiko. Bowen comes back. The 1-0 pitch, a ground ball into center field. Base hit. So here we go. The Knights finally see the end of Austin Coleman, and Kiko Romero immediately underscores a sense of hope with a base hit. Eli Kennel is struck out and lined out to deep left field. So here we go. We'll see if the Knights can get something going now against the bullpen for the Bellingham Bells. Bowen, a two-way player, and is making his Bellingham Bells pitching debut. He had a good season offensively for Umpqua. The pitch on the way to Eli Kennel in the turf, ball 1-0. Bowen has appeared in 10 games as a batter for the Bells and hit .222 with a run batted in. He hit .315 with 3 homers and 34 runs batted in for the Umpqua Community College Riverhawks in Roseburg. The first pitch to Eli missing, 1-0 the count, another left-on-left matchup. Knights trailing 3-0. The 1-0 pitch is a wild one to the backstop. Into second base goes Kiko Romero. And so exit Austin Coleman, enter hope for the Corvallis Knights. Austin had completely stymied the Knights today, but he's now in the dugout hoping that his teammates in the bullpen can bring it home for him. But since he left, a base hit and a wild pitch, and now Eli Kennel trying to get the Knights on the board. He has the count his way, 2 balls and no strikes. Mason Lee on deck with another left-handed hitter, Xander Darby, to follow. Eli swings at the 2 offering and doesn't get it. 2-1 the count. Kennel has a potent bat. The one thing that he certainly wants to work on is command of the zone in terms of strikeouts. He's fanned 10 times in his 29 at-bats. But he makes good contact. The 2-1 pitch on the way, strike 2 from the left-hander Shea Bowen to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 3-0 in favor of the Bellingham Bells in this rubber game on a hot Sunday in the Mid-Valley. Bowen steps off the rubber. He wants Cresswell to go through the signs again. 2-2 the count to Eli Kennel. Kiko Romero at second, 1 out. Bowen bluffs Kiko back to the bag. Kiko now catching for the Knights. Tyler Quinn left the game after 1 inning. Not exactly sure the why and the wherefore. Something happened to Tyler in pregame warm-ups, receiving Nathan DeShriver's pitches just before the game started. The pitch to Kennel is swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. Austin Coleman allowed just one hit, no runs. He struck out 6, didn't walk anybody. And now Mason Lee, who grounded to short and popped to second against Coleman, trying to get the Knights on the board with a 2-out hit. Kiko Romero at second, 3-0 Bells. And the first pitch is in there for a strike to Mason Lee. 0-1 the count. I'm not sure what Bowen's plans are for next spring, whether he returns to Umpqua, but good-looking ball player. The strike one pitch, a ground ball right at second baseman Gavin Schultz. He throws to first, and the inning is over. And a nice job by Bowen, picking up where Kennel left off. He does give up a single, and the Knights get a man in scoring position for the second time today, and that's all. The Knights are gone in the 7th. The attendance today is announced at 1447. I'm a little dubious about that number, 1,447, but they must all be bunched together underneath the overhead, the hanging of the McGrath family press box. But they are spread around the ballpark to the tune of 1,447 on this Sunday afternoon. It looks like we'll see a new pitcher in, Brady Maylett for the Knights, as we go to the 8th. It is still Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
1240 Joe Radio.
Brady Maylett, the new pitcher for the Corvallis Knights, as we go to the top of the 8th inning. The Knights trailing 3-0. Gavin Schultz, Jack Van Remortel, and Willis Cresswell coming up. A wild one today down in Anaheim, a benches clearing brawl between the LA Angels and Mariners in the second inning. 8 ejections coming out of a benches clearing brawl that took 18 minutes to settle after Angels pitcher Andrew Wantz hit Jesse Winker with a pitch. Umpires ejected 6 players, both managers. Seattle reliever Eric Swanson nearly hit Mike Trout in the head with a fastball late last night, and the ill will spilled over to today. 8 ejections today in Anaheim. The first pitch from Maylett missing to Gavin Schultz. The 1-0 pitch fouled back and out of play. The Southpaws give chase, and there's another souvenir for one of the lefties. 1-1 the count. Brady Maylett into the ballgame for the Corvallis Knights. 6'5", 220 from South Jordan, Utah. Also competes for the Utah Utes, our pregame show guest. Jaden Harris does the same. Really enjoyed the conversation with Jaden. The 1-1 pitch to Schultz misses low and in. Schultz with a key swing in this ballgame. A 2-run single with the bases loaded in the first. 3-0 Bells in the 8th. The 2-1 pitch missing outside, ball 3. Since then, Schultz struck out against Weiss, struck out against Keljo. Now has the count his way, 3-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Brady Maylett, the fourth pitcher of the hot Sunday afternoon for the Knights. Chased and missed by Schultz. He swung at what would have been on deck. Willis Cresswell to follow. 3 have just 2 hits, only 2 base runners. Out of the stretch works Maylett with nobody on. The 3-2 pitch, a bouncer to third, fielded by Spencer Scott. And Spencer throws across to Titus Dimitru for the out. 1 away, and Jack Van Remortel, who is grounded to first, single to right, and single to center, coming to the plate unless, yeah, we do. I thought for a moment we might have a hitter, but we don't. It'll be Van Remortel. Van Remortel will step in, looking for his third hit. Brady Maylett coming out of the bullpen for the Knights. The first pitch is swung on and fouled. No balls and a strike. Maylett making his 5th appearance. He's worked 5 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He's walked 6, struck out 5. A record of 1-0, an earned run average of 4.76. No balls and a strike to Van Remortel as a breeze picks up. A welcome one, quite honestly. I begin to feel it kind of blowing through our little veranda area adjacent to the press box. The strike 1 pitch missing high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Van Remortel. Willis Cresswell, the on-deck hitter. Brady Maylett reading his battery mate, the big lefty, 6'5", 220. Gets the sign from Kiko, comes to the plate, misses just outside, ball 2, 2-1. I could tell by the Knights' dugout's reaction, Young Jin Yoon and others felt that Maylett had executed his pitch there. But the home plate umpire thought otherwise. 2 balls and a strike to Van Remortel. Top of the 8th inning, 3-0 Bellingham. The Bells 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and the Knights really haven't sniffed a run. The 2-1 pitch down and in from Brady, who's gone 3-1 now on consecutive hitters. He was able to come back and get Schultz. You could tell as I went through his statistical line that ball 4 has been problematic for the big lefty. And he's 3-1 here to Van Remortel. With Willis Cresswell waiting his turn, the Bells leading 3-0 in the 8th. Maylett kicks and comes, and the 3-1 pitch is outside for ball 4. The 5th walk issued of the day by Knights pitching, but only 2 since the first.
Now batting for the Bells, the catcher number 14, Willis Cresswell.
Nelson Keljo issued a free pass in the 5th inning. We're going to see a pinch runner now for Jack Van Remortel for Bellingham. Jared Buhanda will run for Van Remortel. Brady Maylett hoping to throw a double play ball here in the top of the 8th with Buhanda pinch running for Van Remortel. Willis Cresswell has popped to second twice and grounded into a double play. Maylett hoping to induce another such occurrence as the lefty comes set, glances at Buhanda, works the right-hand hitting Cresswell. And the pitch to Willis, low and in, ball 1, 1-0. That brawl with 8 ejections may warrant a peek later tonight on the MLB Network or ESPN in some of the happenings in Anaheim. The 1-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 1-1. That's a long delay. 18 minutes and 8 ejections later, the game resumed. I don't know if they're still playing now or not. I imagine so. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 8th inning as we play on here in the low 90s heat of Corvallis. Maylett delivers and misses inside again to Cresswell. Ball 2, 2-1. Coach Giesland goes through the signs at third. He's got an action count. He's got a good runner, the pinch runner, Buhanda at first. He has a 3-0 lead. So it all fits right here to see Buhanda on the move. 2-1. Buhanda doesn't go. The 2-1 pitch is a high strike. Belt high outside corner to even the count at 2-2. Matthew Ager trots down to the Corvallis Knights bullpen, whether to pitch or just to superintend. I'm not sure. He's been a starter, but he's heading down there now with Maylett. Working on a 2-2 count to Willis Cresswell. The switch hitter Ty Saunders on deck. Buhanda goes. The 2-2 pitch is strike 3 called, and the throw to second is in time for the strike him out, throw him out, double play. Nicely done. The Knights get their double play on the strike him out, throw him out. Kiko Romero a strike to Mason Lee, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Maylett faces the minimum. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated number 1 for reliability, Z Series mowers and sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you gonna start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
3-0 Bellingham, bottom of the 8th inning. Xander Darby, Brady Lavoie, and Titus Dimitru against Shea Bowen. And the Bellingham Bells, who have dominated this one. A low-scoring affair, but it has felt like a domination. The 1-0 pitch to Darby, a ground ball to second. Gavin Schultz off the hot turf. Fields and throws Darby out. One away. Brady Lavoie to the plate. The Knights have been dominated from the bump today by Bellingham. Austin Coleman primarily, but now Shea Bowen has done a nice job as well. He entered the ball game, gave up a base hit, but is now retired 3 in a row. Brady Lavoie went 0 for 2 against Austin Coleman. He flied out and struck out against the right-hander. Now the southpaw Bowen to Brady misses high, ball 1. 3-0 Bells, bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out and nobody on. The quick-working Bowen back to the plate. The 1-0 pitch to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. A good crowd on hand given the heat and the early start time. 1,447. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled back by Brady. 2 balls and a strike to Lavoie. Titus Dimitru on deck. An off day tomorrow. And then the Springfield Drifters for 3 in Springfield Tuesday, here Wednesday, back in Springfield on Thursday. The 2-1 pitch on the way, misses inside, ball 3, 3-1. I will attempt to learn a little bit before the first ever Knights Springfield Drifters game about the city of Springfield and its connections to The Simpsons. And the fact that that show is based on Matt Groening, I've never known how to pronounce it, but based on Springfield, Oregon. The umpires getting together. I wonder if Coach Knight is arguing that there should be catcher's interference, perhaps. What the count is. Right now, the scoreboard shows 3 balls and a strike. Out of the box for a moment comes Brady Lavoie, bent at the waist. I hope Brady's okay. I'm not sure what the point of contention here is with Brooke Knight coming down, conversing with the home plate umpire. Adam Gieselin came out for a moment as well. Meanwhile, the count is 3-1 on Lavoie. I don't know if Brooke was arguing for catcher's interference on Willis Cresswell or what, but whatever the case, we play on. And the left-hander Shea Bowen comes to the plate 3-1, and a high pop foul off first, heading toward the rooftop of Dixon Rec to our right. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Lavoie. Titus Dimitru next. The Knights have not had multiple base runners on at any point in the game, and Lavoie won't get on either. Fastball got him swinging, 2 down. Titus Dimitru to the plate, who struck out twice. Well, the Knights, if they're not able to rally in this one, perhaps could use a bit of a day to recharge and regroup and get ready for the trip to Springfield on Tuesday. Graining or groaning? Anyone know? If so, feel free to text my way. Not as though I dislike the show. I've just not been a big fan of it over the years, but know that denizens of Springfield have been rightly proud that their city, I think the native city for the creator of The Simpsons. Dimitru takes low, ball 1. The 1-0 change, swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Shea Bowen has done a nice job. The left-hander from Umpqua Community College has retired 4 in a row, a couple of strikeouts. He's ready to go with a 1-1 pitch to Dimitru just inside with a fastball. 2-1 the count. Logan Johnstone, the on-deck hitter. Bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Bells. Scoring 2 in the first, and they've been on their way ever since. A singleton in the second. That's the only scoring in this ball game. The 2-1 pitch taken for a strike by Titus. 2-2 the count. Dimitru, open stance, right-handed hitter out of Lynn Benton Community College, awaiting the 2-2 pitch. Swings at the breaking ball and pulls it foul. And just behind Brooke Knight down the third base side, it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Knights then will be back, as I mentioned, on the Wednesday night ball game, Knocking Point Wine Wednesday. Big fireworks show coming up on July 3rd, presented by Oregon State Credit Union. The pitch on the way, rolled slowly up along third. It'll be a swinging bunt, base hit for Titus Dimitru. Saunders barehanded, wisely saved the throw. Ty Saunders aboard on the swinging bunt base hit. Just the Knights' 3rd hit of the day. They've never had 2 runners on in this ball game. Logan Johnstone hopes to change that now with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A left-on-left matchup. Logan is lined to right, grounded to first. Dimitru held on by the new first baseman for the Bellingham Bells. The first pitch missing. It's Jace Phelan who has taken over at first for Bellingham. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-0. The Knights with their 3rd base runner of the day. First pitch, a strike to Logan Johnstone. Bowen back to the plate. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-2 the count to Logan. Jonah Advincula on deck. Shea Bowen trying to keep the mastery of the Knights going. The Knights, as I said, have never had multiple base runners on. It has been a brilliantly pitched game by Coleman and now Bowen. No balls and 2 strikes to Logan Johnstone. Tried to change things up, just as we saw Dimitru scratch for a hit. Logan trying to do whatever he can to get on. Out of the stretch work Shea Bowen. And the left-hander tosses over to first base. Back to the bag steps Titus Dimitru. Brooke Knight loves the running game. He just really hasn't been in much of a position to use it today. A double for Jonah Advincula, not really a steal situation. Kiko Romero, a base hit, went to second on a wild pitch, so there has been no occasion really to try to get into the running game mode. No balls and 2 strikes to Logan Johnstone. The pitch on the way, fought off by Logan, fouling it straight back to stay alive. He stays up there, no balls and 2 strikes. Some other big promotions coming up along the way. The fireworks on July 3rd. Cap giveaway, mark it down for July 22nd. There goes Dimitru. The throw is high, the pitch missing. 1-2 now to Logan Johnstone, and Dimitru picks up the stolen base. So the Knights, for the third time today, have a runner in scoring position. They've not been able to cash one in. Dimitru now 5 for 5 in stolen bases. The Knights with 41 steals on the year. 1-2 to Johnstone, and just to get on the board would be a big lift for the Knights. The 1-2 pitch, they don't get there though. It's swung on and missed, strike 3. The inning is over. No runs, a hit, a man left. We go to the 9th. Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio.
Matthew Ager wasn't just trotting down to the bullpen to get some work in terms of jogging and running and all of the program that Yoon Jin Yoon keeps these Knights pitchers on. He was jogging down for a purpose, namely to get ready. Matthew Ager will pitch the top of the 9th inning. His third appearance, second out of the bullpen, 5 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts. A record of 1-0 and an ERA of 3.60, but he's done a nice job. 5 innings and 8 hits to minimize damage with respect to that. And one of the biggest reasons for that is the fact that he hasn't added to that. No walks for Matthew Ager in his 5 innings of work as the right-hander from UC Santa Barbara and Pleasanton in Northern California comes in to face Ty Saunders leading things off in the top of the 9th inning. Bellingham has cruised along today. They're up 3-0. Saunders, the switch-hitting third baseman, fouls one into the unoccupied seats. Upper grandstand left side. No balls and a strike, and a hopeful papa with his young son trailing behind him will climb up the stairs and get a souvenir for his cute little youngster. The strike one pitch, fastball high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. The Bells 2 in the first, 1 in the second. That's it. Matthew Ager, 6'2", 212-pound right-hander, kicks and comes to the plate. Hit high and deep to right. Back goes Brady Lavoie in the corner at the warning track in foul territory. Makes the catch. 1 away. Saunders gives it a good ride, but Lavoie tracks it down. 1 away in the top of the 9th inning. Daniel Jernan, the batter. When the Knights bat in the bottom of the 9th inning, the top of the order, Jonah Advincula, Spencer Scott, and Kiko Romero, the scheduled hitters. Jernan has flied to left, grounded to short, and grounded to second. Eger's breaking ball misses up and in. Ball 1, 1-0. Eger, the fifth pitcher of the day for the Knights, delivers a strike and the count 1-1. A tough outing for Nathan DeShriver. Came out of the bullpen today, just not able to throw strikes. He walked 3 in a row and was behind the count 3-0 to Gavin Schultz when he was lifted. Neil Feist, a good outing, followed by Nelson Keljo, Brady Maylett, who've all pitched well. The pitch to Jernan, hit foul towards the Omaha Room grandstand. A fan had a chance to make a play, didn't quite come up with it, and slams the hat down in frustration. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Oregon State Department of Fisheries and Wildlife still partying out in Casey Corner in right field. The 1-2 pitch from Eger. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. Elijah Hainline will come to the plate. Elijah, the leadoff hitter for Bellingham, is flied to center, singled to center and scored, grounded to second and had an infield single back up the middle. The pitch on the way, breaking ball, strike from Matthew Eger. 0-1 the count. I said early, echoing the lament of many coaches and managers, fans through the years. Oh, those bases on balls, and that really is the difference in this ball game. The strike 1 breaking ball, that misses. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. The Knights have not drawn a walk tonight, whereas they issued 3 in the first inning, and that led to 2 runs and essentially control of the game for Bellingham. 3-0 Bells in the 9th. The 1-1 pitch missing down and away to Hainline. 2-1 the count. And Elijah, if he gets on, dangerous, the West Coast League leader in stolen bases. So certainly Eger wants to come back on him now. 2-1 with 2 down and not put him aboard. Matthew misses badly. Ball 3, 3-1. Josh Trujillo on deck. 3 balls and a strike to Hainline, who would gladly take ball 4 here just to get on base and give himself a chance to run and get himself in scoring position. So Eger looking to throw a strike here now, 3-1, and prevent that scenario, but doesn't. Breaking ball misses, so here we go. Hainline will almost certainly be going, and he'll go early. Kiko Romero had a strike him out, throw him out double play to end the 8th with a quick transfer and accurate throw. But with a right-handed pitcher in there, and Hainline and his speed, little mystery here. Elijah will be looking to go. Coach Giesland goes through the signs at third. A 2-out walk, giving Bellingham a chance to add to its lead. 3-0 in the top of the 9th. Hainline gets his lead. The pitch on the way from Eger. Fastball, a big rip and a miss. And the count 0-1 to Josh Trujillo. Josh was one of the walkies in the first. He scored. He singled home a run in the second, has since struck out and singled to right. Good ball game for the left-hand hitting Trujillo. 0-1 the count. Will he take a pitch for Hainline, even 0-1? Elijah bluffs. The strike 1 pitch, a comebacker. Fielded by Eger nicely, underhands to Titus Dimitru for the out. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Knights need 3. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th on Friday to force extra innings. We'll see if they have a comeback in them under the sun on this Sunday afternoon. After 8.5, Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing. On 1240, Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
When you think of Albans, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this is Katie Albin. Some plumbing projects don't have anything to do with water. At Albin's Plumbing, we also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater, give us a call.
At Albin, 8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Take me out to the pan of some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. One pair, hearts, or just Make Independent Auto Works part of
trailing 3-0. Need 3 to avoid their free base runners. Of an extra base hit on a good play by then first baseman Jack Van Remortel has doubled in time to get one now. 3-0 the count. 3-1. Shea Bowen working in the bottom of the 9th inning on this hot Sunday afternoon. 3 outs into something good in the bottom of the 9th inning. My thanks to Garrett Dworshak back in our studios of 1240 Joe High School, unless he went to Thurston, which is in Springfield, but I doubt it. Probably Springfield High. Willis Cresswell will walk to the mound for a visit with Shea for a pitching change that we have seen. The knee throwing in the bullpen a moment ago for Bellingham, but it looks as though that's going to change now. I don't know if it's Bytel or Beetle. We'll try to figure that out if he does come into the game. 1-0 for 3, but the Knights getting their leadoff man aboard. That's only happened one other time, and it was Advincula with a double in the 4th, but he was left 1 ball and 1 strike to Spencer. Kiko Romero next. And carrying beyond the Omaha room and out of play. 1-2 to on all the way, and they've been magnificent. The Knights with no runs and 3 hits. Bowen delivers very high. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It would be a good thing. It means more pressure has been put on the Bells. And so that's a strike now. A high strike, and that one certainly pushed the limits of the zone. Below the knees have been called strikes. This one with a base hit to 7th. 3, the designated hitter on deck. Ball swung on and missed. 1-2 to Kiko. Kiko trying to gather himself for a 2-strike approach. The last gasp for the Corvallis Knights today, and just 1 walk. Won it every year since 16, and they certainly look as though they'll be in the money winning the series against Walla Walla, but an out away from losing this one to Bellingham. The first pitch to the plate, Advincula was going. They were not holding him on. He was going to take the free base. So the Knights get the tying run to the plate. The right-hander, and I'll try to ascertain the proper pronunciation. Change break in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 Bellingham. Back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
We thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your local shop or
now offering hybrid battery warranty extension. Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at Dave's Performance Hybrid.
Their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing
Independent. It's not a shame for Volkswagen Repair.
Out of Surrey, British Columbia, the Universal. 2 on, 2 out. Bytel making his 5th appearance. The Knights are down 9th inning. The Knights trailing 3-0. They do have 2 on games too. 3-1. Looking for a 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball, a chopper to third, fielded for the Corvallis Knights, and that was a beautiful game by the Bellingham Bells. Austin Coleman, the 9th inning, the first time all game that the control difficulties of Knights start. 8 hits on the night for Bellingham. The Knights, as the starter, lives all season here to regroup, and we'll come back Tuesday. Road to Springfield, and find the rest of my family and friends that there are multitudes in the Valley of the